Hi friends, in this episode we'll see about other important terminologies starting from B. Biocide, substance or chemical used to kill or inhibits the growth of microorganisms such as bacteria, molds, slimes, fungi, etc. in wastewater or water. Biocides are used to control microbiological fouling and organic fouling in cooling water. Continuous chlorine dosing is done for better biofouling control. Both oxidizing and non-oxidizing biocides and biodispersants are used in open-type cooling tower, whereas non-oxidizing biocides and biodispersants are used in closed-circuit cooling water (CCW) type in Gulf region. Types of biocide: oxidizing biocide have the ability to oxidize organic matter except protein groups. Non-oxidizing biocide prevent normal cell metabolism in any of the following ways: alter permeability of cell wall, destroy protein groups, precipitate protein, block metabolic enzyme reactions. Biodispersants or non-ionic surfactants are used to enhance the effectiveness of biocide. Normally, in any type of open type of cooling tower in India, oxidizing biocides are used. That is, chlorine is used. But once in 15 days or once in a month, non-oxidizing biocides are used. During that time, we have to isolate the oxidizing biocide chlorine. We will minimize the makeup and close the blowdown. Then we will dose non-oxidizing biocides. For example, Quat MBA is a well-known non-oxidizing biocide used in open type cooling tower. After 24-hour circulation, you have to give continuous blowdown heavily, followed by makeup and chemical addition. So that is non-oxidizing biocide used in open type of cooling tower. Whereas in CCW in Gulf region, only non-oxidizing biocide and biodispersants are used. Next important terminology is bituminous coal. Bituminous coal is having a carbon content 69.8%, having volatile matter 30.2% and oxygen around 5.2%. Its range also will vary from 78 to 86%. Low volatile bituminous, 69 to 78% is medium volatile bituminous, 57 to 69% high volatile bituminous and subbituminous coals. The bituminous coals are used in hot melt adhesives, coatings as paints and as sealants for roofing and road coating. Normally it is used as a coating material only. Then we'll see about the other important chemical starting from B, benzene. Formula is C6H6. It's a colorless liquid with a sweet petroleum-like odor. It is used as solvent and in making plastics, resin, dyes and pesticides. Its threshold, overall threshold is 12 ppm. Normally benzene is used as a solvent in industries. Benzene is a carcinogen in humans and it causes leukemia. Also it is a mutagen, that is it causes genetic mutation. It is flammable liquid and a dangerous fire hazard. Permissible exposure limit for by OSHA is 1 ppm only. Recommended airborne exposure limit as per NIOSH is 0.14 ppm. Threshold limit value TLV is as per ACGH is 0.5 ppm. Normally you have to use the PPE. PPE to be used is if the benzene content is greater than 0.5 ppm, supplied air or SCBA is to be used. If it's a short time, you have to use SBA. If you want to work more time in it is you have to use supplied air. Normally it will be present in the petrochemical plants. When you are having the benzene content, you have to use supplied air or SCBA. Now we can see about another important chemical starting in B13 butadiene. It is also a dangerous chemical like benzene. It is a colorless gas or a liquid below 31 degree Fahrenheit, that is minus 1 degree centigrade. It will be in liquid condition. It is having a gasoline like odor. Its water threshold is 1 to 1.6 ppm only. It is used as a synthetic elastomers, ABS, acrylonitrile butadiene resin is used. in the plant, and chemical intermediate as a chemical intermediate also it is used. 1,3-butadiene is also a carcinogen like a benzene, and it also causes mutations, that is genetic disorder it will cause. So when you want to work in the benzene or butadiene atmosphere, you have to be very careful. You have to wear supplied air or SCBA. If it be used, if it is even less than or equal to 5 ppm air purifying respirator with organic vapor cartridge you can use. If it is less than or equal to 550 ppm full paste fish with a air purifying respirator with organic vapor cartridge you have to use. If it is less than or equal to 1000 ppm, supplied air is to be used. You have to use continuous supplied air breathing apparatus only. So the atmosphere is having betadine 1,3 betadine, then you have to use based on this value. So when you are working in benzene or betadine atmosphere, you have to be very careful. It is carcinogen, and also it will give mutations. That is a genetic disorder. It will give. Next important terminology in soil handling industry is a bucket elevator. A bucket elevator is a mechanism for hauling flowable bulk materials, most often grains or fertilizers or solid materials, vertically. It is also called grain leg. Bucket elevators vertically convey bulk materials similar to conveyor belts, with the greatest difference being the bucket elevators move material using buckets attached to a rotating belt or chain. The bucket work to pick up material, move it to the desired endpoint and the vertical position, discharge the material, and finally return to the starting point to pick up the new load. Bucket elevators are used in fertilizer plants, lime processing facilities, power plant, pulp and paper mills, and steel production plants to transport materials like animal feeds, calcined coke, fertilizer, fly ash, frac sand, lime minerals, potash, wood chips, and coal. Mainly it is used in solid handling plant and also in petrochemical plants where limestones are used. Coal is used in power plant. Do not forget to subscribe and share it with your friends and colleagues. Put your like and comment in comment box. We will see the schematic diagram of a bucket elevator in the next slide. This is a schematic diagram of a bucket elevator. You can see this is a boot. Normally, if it is a fine material or powder type material, it will collect in the boot. You have to clean frequently. The boot assembly you have to open here, and you can see the inlet where this is a point, inlet point, where the fitting will be done continuously. Inspection door will be here, and casing, middle casing will be here. These are all the buckets. It will be connected either with a belt or chain. Is a discharge port. Is a discharge port at the top or vertical elevation, and this is a pulley or sprocket, and this is the head casing. You might be having a doubt. It is rotating in a clockwise direction like that from bottom to top. What will happen if it rotate backward, or if the direction is reversed by connecting motors in reverse direction? But air in the gearbox assembly will be there between motor and motor driven and the shaft of the bucket casing at the top, where a item called a ratchet lock. Ratchet lock will be there. That will during running normally it will give a rattle sound touching the gear teeth of the sprocket here, the gearbox. And it is giving a reverse rotation due to the wrong connection of the electrical connection or any other reason, it will get locked in the gear and it will avoid the reverse rotation. Thus, The bucket elevator reverse rotation is avoided by means of the ratchet lock in the gearbox at the top. It will be at the top only. If you want to see, you can go to the top and you can see the ratchet lock. Normally it will be visible and it will always touching the gearbox teeth and it will rattle sound also. So when the bucket rotor is running, normally it will go in the upward movement only. It will not come reverse, so as to avoid the spillage of the material. What you have to do, you have to do the frequent cooling in the bottom boot because the metal spillage you cannot avoid, even though it is a closed or tightly sealed casing. Small spillage will be there due to gap given in between the casing and the bucket to avoid rubbing. So periodically you have to clean the boot to avoid the damage or maintenance, frequent maintenance in the bucket elevator. Hope you might understand some of the important terminology starting in B. Put your suggestions and comments in the comment box. Put your likes, share it with your friends and colleagues. Thank you very much. See you with another other important terminologies starting in B in the next episode.